What is up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be walking through this very grungy, glam, smoky fall makeup look today. This just screams dirty fall leaves on a rainy day. You want to go to the forest, read a book with a coffee and a pumpkin spice donut. That is what this look is. And I just love it. So I'm going to walk you through it step by step, share all of my tips and tricks, and every single product that I used in this video can be found at the drugstore. Thought I'd bring you another fall all drugstore look. This just brought me all of my 2016 to 2018 makeup vibes, and I'm here for it. So I hope you are too. I hope you like the look. I hope you enjoy seeing my tips and tricks. Please subscribe and let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna begin with the Honest Everything primer. This is one of my personal favorites. It gives a very gorgeous glow on the skin. It kind of comes out like almost like a thick tinted moisturizer type, but it doesn't give a tint. It just gives you this overall glow to your skin. This is something that would be beautiful in addition to your skincare if you just wanted like a nice glow but didn't want to wear makeup. Very beautiful. And then I'm going to be using one of my favorite foundations. This is the Catrice True Skin Foundation. I have the color Warm Beige, number 20. I still need to work on getting this like sticker off of this lid because it's just not pretty to look at. I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics number 7 brush. I'm going to pump a little bit of a lot of this on the back of my hand and then just work it into my brush and then work this into the skin. Also, I curled my hair before I sat down today, and it's second day hair, and lately I've just been pretty much only liking my hair when it's fresh. Like day one, that's it. And normally I'm the type of person that can go like a week without washing their hair. But ever since, I would say at the beginning of the year, I started noticing like I had a very flaky scalp. I started incorporating like hair exfoliating products and like trying not to have so much buildup. So I started washing my hair so much more. I don't wash it every day, usually like every 2 to 3 days, but yeah, lately I just don't like the way that it looks unless it's fresh out of the shower. So I had to pull my hair back because it was just bothering me. I think part of it too is it's been so long since I've had it done. So I feel like it's just like near the end where it's just like kind of dry and like, you know, it needs some TLC. So I had to throw my hair back. I also painted my nails this red color. Which actually red is kind of out of my comfort zone unless it's like Christmas time. If it's December, I'm all about the red. But throughout the rest of the year, I'm usually not a red person, but I heard it was trending and I was like, let's give this a whirl. So I feel weird. Even though red is kind of like a neutral. Like I feel like any neutral color is a neutral, obviously. Black is kind of like a neutral vibe to me, even though it's like bold and it's a statement. And red, when I see other people wear it, I don't think it's like weird. To me, it's like glam, you know? It's like wearing a red lip. It's just glam, but more wearable than that, you know? It reminds me of the movie The Women, which is one of my favorite movies. The updated one, the one from, I think it came out in like 2009, where they talk about wearing the jungle red nail polish. I relate to that so much. We are covered. So now I'm going to go into the matching concealer to this foundation, which is honestly, I feel like this has just become my favorite concealer in general. You guys know I love the Pat McGrath one, but I think that this one has taken its place. This is the Catrice True Skin Concealer in 20 Warm Beige. I just love this. I like it because it's a little bit thicker in consistency to the Pat McGrath one. It's not as like radiant, but it still looks really natural, and I feel like you can apply this in a way that looks more sheer for like more natural days, or you can apply more and get more of that like full glam, full coverage effect on days like today where I'm going to be doing something a little bit more full glam. So it's very customizable. I really like it, and the color matches me really, really well. I'm going to go just a little bit more because why not? I have this hair on the top of my head right now. It's just driving me insane. It's supposed to be like new growth or something, but it is like, I need to slick it down because I look like alfalfa. I'm going to use the Jason Wu face powder. one of my favorite face powders and set my whole face. You know, I'm really glad that I started like prepping for like the fall season and fall decor and getting excited about it in July, because I can't believe that we're in October, because come November 1st, I would say a lot of the world starts getting really excited for Christmas. And whether you do that or you wait till after Thanksgiving or whatever, that's still just kind of like in the air, you know, because everybody like buys their Christmas presents on Black Friday and like around then, you know what I mean? So by then, even though technically it's still fall, I feel like Christmas is just on the brain, especially here. Like that's something with like creating videos, is you have to create stuff early, because if you do it when it's like happening, then you're late. It just is what it is. And let me go find my bronzer. I think I put it away. Found it. I'm going to go into the Milani Sun-Kissed Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. I thought that I put it away, but I need to clean my makeup desk here, and it was hiding. But yeah, I was talking with Amanda the other day when we were out shopping. We were talking about like when we decorate for fall and when we decorate for Christmas. And she was saying how like in November, she's like after Halloween, she still goes back to like it feeling like fall and like fall decor. And she doesn't decorate until after Thanksgiving. And I feel like a lot of people do that as well. And it makes sense. And then I got to thinking, you know, if I wasn't creating content online, I would probably do the same thing. Maybe I would decorate like the week of Thanksgiving. But I do love Thanksgiving feeling like Thanksgiving. But there's just something about like, if I waited until after then to like post all my stuff, it would feel like it's too late, because then you only get like 3 weeks of holiday type of content. You know what I mean? So it's just interesting how that is and how that works. But yeah, I just like no longer really feel guilty for posting stuff early, because time just flies and people need the inspo. You know what I mean? I start looking for inspo months in advance for things, and it just makes sense, and time has just flown, and I love creating fall content. It is my favorite. So next year, like, I'm not gonna feel guilty at all for posting anything in July, because you know what? I fucking love it, and it brings me joy. And here we are, it's October, and I feel like I still have so many ideas to bring to the table. So yeah, anyway, you guys know how like I have that like pigment issue with my cheeks sometimes. Basically, when I apply my product, sometimes it like my skin rejects the product and it stays lighter. So I've noticed that in areas, and then it kind of tends to like go away and come back in other areas. It's so weird. Like I used to have a spot right here that didn't accept pigment, and right now I've had it here for a while, but now I'm having like this whole line the last like 2 weeks. It's just so strange. And it's funny because people will tell me what they think that it is. It's not. But it's just, it's interesting. Funny how everyone thinks that they're a doctor on the internet. Anyway, I have not used this in so long. I cannot remember the last time I used this. This is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. I wanted to use this today to contour. I'm gonna mix these two shades together. And we're gonna chisel out this face a little bit. I'm so glad that you guys loved my little series with the Anastasia Fall Romance palette. I had a lot of fun just like whipping those out and doing that. I thought that that was really fun. And I get the comments, like a lot of you guys were saying like, oh, I wish people would do these more. Makeup is just different. There is not, like, the reason why I did that series in the first place is because it gave me actual butterflies. And it has been probably like 4 years since makeup has done that for me, because makeup is just different now. It doesn't have the same vibe that it used to. Partially, I think it's for brands like ColourPop that pumped out a new palette every week. And I'm not even being dramatic. They pumped out a new palette every week, and it ruined makeup, honestly. And it became all about more, more, more. And like Anastasia even fell into that trap as well. They started posting those Norvina palettes that were like, and then I remember, I think it was Carly Bible and Jackie Aina. They both came out with a collaboration palette with Anastasia, like 2 weeks after each other. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it felt like. It felt like it was like one after the other, and then the Norvina palette came out. And it was like, why did you just come out with 3 eyeshadow palettes? But that was the time. Like, it was just like, go, 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 more, more, more. Consume, consume, consume. Things changed with 2020, obviously, and especially now, too, with just like the economy. No one's going to be buying your palettes because that's just absolutely fucking ridiculous. So when they came out with that new palette with the same like old school vibes, it like got me just like that fire inside of me to like want to create 3 tutorials from it, because it gave that old school feeling. And it's just, that's what I think, at least, well, I'll just speak for myself. I was going to say that's why people don't do that anymore. But for me specifically, I don't do that anymore because palettes just, they don't do it for me anymore like they used to. It's very rare that a palette will get me excited. I would say the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona got me excited as well, but not as excited about Anastasia. And that's solely, I'm guessing, because of the history of Anastasia. Like, just like the way that the Fall Romance palette made me feel, it like ignited feelings from like modern Renaissance and soft glam and subculture. You know what I mean? So anyway, I would like to do that more though. So leave your palette recommendations down below. I'm thinking of doing it with old palettes because you know what? There aren't very many new palettes out there that give me that sort of feeling. The only issue is a lot of stuff gets discontinued. So I won't be doing, I mean, I'm not going to say like, never say never, but I'd like to keep it with palettes that are still available and not sold out. Grab the Master Chrome highlighter from Maybelline. This is in Molten Gold. Pop this on the cheekbones, the nose, Cupid's bow, blend. And then for blush, I'm gonna go into one of my favorites. This is Bali from e.l.f. This is a cream blush, but it is kind of like a softer touch cream blush. And stipple it on the cheeks. It's a beautiful, kind of like a warm copper marsala kind of color. Gorgeous. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. brow pencil today. I'm gonna try to not go too intense with this because this color is slightly too dark for my brows, but I did just do a brow tint. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully I don't apply too much because I can tend to do that with my brows. And this color specifically is kind of like a cooler toned, darker color. I have the color Natural Brown, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I just have to use a light hand to not go overboard. I'm gonna prime really quickly with my Painterly Paint Pot. Set with powder. And we are good to go. So for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette in Warm Neutrals. Looks like this. This is a really great everyday palette. It's a great smoky palette. There's lots of neutral to cool toned shades in here. And I really want to do kind of like a burnt, warm, almost like a reddish, grungy look today. Like perfect fall. Think dirty fall leaves. It's rained. We're nearing the end of fall. We've got the dirty, mucky, you get the vibe. Today was actually supposed to be a rainy day. It's sunny, which is good for lighting, but that was what I was channeling today when I decided to do this look. So anyway, let's get into it. So I'm gonna start with like just this neutral color first. Bring that into the crease just to begin kind of like the structure of the look. This is basically like just a couple shades darker than my skin tone, a little bit cooler. It's gonna give that shadow. Bring it underneath. This is one like you can rub it all over and it's not gonna do much. so you can get kind of crazy with it, but I'm kind of just using this as like structure. This is good too, like if you kind of want like a no makeup look, boom, did it. It just kind of like gave you some depth to the eye, especially like for me. I feel like sometimes my lid can kind of just like blend into itself. This kind of gives me just a little bit of depth. And I like that. That's good for like an everyday look. Anyway, let's go crazy now. Let's start to warm this bad boy up. I want to go in with this color here. Looks like this on the brush. And start laying this on the lid and bring it in the crease. This is also going to smoke it up a little bit. I'm going to bring that underneath as well. Going into my Fox 2 brush, I'm going to grab this color now and really start to deepen this up and add more of that like darker red color. I'm blending it out with that first color and that first brush. I'm loving where this is going. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done such a grungy type of look. Give it to me. Shove it up my ass. We're kind of dragging this out into the temples, like whoosh. We're gonna grab this color right down here and also a little bit of this shade as well. Gonna go right at that lash line and kind of push it upwards. Just flick it up into the look. And then we can go back into the Fox 2 brush and blend. So try. This looks like you just got punched in the eye in all of the best ways. I just love this. We're gonna bring this color, boop, right at the lower lashes, like right where your lashes meet the lash line. Oh yeah. Just giving you old school vibes because it is me. I think I'm just gonna morph back into my 2016 self. Why not? I mean, no, because I'm way better of a person now. But makeup wise, we can go back to 2016. Why the fuck not? Actually, I don't even think that 2016 was my favorite. I think 2017, actually, maybe it's 2018, 2019. That was my favorite makeup era. I think 2016, I was still, I don't know, not the vibe. Anyway, love this. I freaking love this. I feel like I need a little bit more oomph to that upper lash line, so I'm gonna go into those deeper colors and try to deepen this just a little. Yes, I just need that extra, you know? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And now I'm gonna use one of these lighter shades. I think I'm gonna use this shade here, maybe mixed with this one. And just lightly put that on the lid. I like to do this because it just looks like my skin color and it kind of just brightens it a little bit because I like to just go everywhere with those darker shades and I want the lid to be blank like my skin tone. So this kind of just gives that illusion and kind of just helps to make the lid look a little bit, I feel like it just makes my eye look bigger, honestly. Okay, I just popped the Rimmel Nude liner into the waterline. This look is making my heart happy. By the way, can we just, you guys are my age range-ish. What is with the hearts like this? Do they not realize that this is 10 times harder to do than this? As soon as I see anybody do this, I just know we're not gonna have anything in common. Not anything, but it kind of like differentiates like Gen Z with anybody older. Random. Anyway, moving on. I want to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. Let's use the Master Chrome highlighter. I always just like to use whatever highlighter I used on my face. I just feel like it just looks very cohesive that way. Blend it with my finger. Y'all. Wow, today turned out to be such a beautiful day. I want to grab some of that more reddish color just to put on the lower lash line. Let's do this one. It needs some vampire vibes. Like, ooh, I'm dead. I have been listening to Dracula on audiobook. It was almost a 19-hour long audiobook. I'm so glad I chose audio over like physically reading it. I still have like over 11 hours to go and I think I'm done. Mascara, where are you? Where did you go? I'm gonna go into the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. I do have a new one here because this one has gotten goopy. Okay, I just picked off the glue off of these lashes. They were just in my bathroom. They are used, but I always reuse my lashes just as long as you peel off the old glue. I'm just applying my glue here to these. I will link some that look like this down below because I'm not actually sure which ones these are. I popped on these lashes and then I put a little bit of liquid liner just on the inner part where the lash band stopped because it was a little abrupt. Hopefully that blended nicely. Sometimes like in person I think it looks good and then I look on camera and like you can totally tell the difference. But anyway, let's move on to the lips. I want to do a bold lip today. No nude. We're gonna do like a bold, I kind of want like a berry matte grungy vibe. So I pulled out a bunch of my lipsticks here. We will see, like that's too nude for me. We will see where this goes. Ooh, this is too purple. This is pretty. I hope this is still available, but I have LA Girl Spice lip pencil. I'm gonna line and overline and fill in my lips with this. Ooh, this is actually a vibe on its own. Good deep. This is like a pumpkin spice lip. Now this is gonna look totally different, I'm pretty sure, but I want more of this vibe than this vibe because I just want it to be deeper. This is the Milani Desire lipstick. We're gonna put this right over the top. I'm adding just a hint of this L'Oreal Infallible liquid lipstick in the color Matador. This one right here. It's a little bit brighter. I'm waiting for that to settle down and then I'm gonna go back over it with the lipstick just because I wanted more berry to this. This was very, I mean, it was beautiful, but this was very vampy and very, what's the word? It's not exactly the color that I wanted, and this color isn't exactly the color that I want either, but I want just a mixture. So I'm waiting for that to kind of like fade down. And now I can go back over it with this. Okay, and that is the final look. This was so much fun to do. This is such a glam, grungy, fall, smoky look. Again, this just reminds me of like Dirty Leaves in the best way possible. I'm undecided on whether or not I want to put my hair up or down. I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. Anyway, I really love how this turned out. I hope that you loved it too. This is very smoky, very glam. I used to do these types of looks all the time and I'm really missing it. So yeah, this was a lot of fun to create. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you enjoy it. Please send me your looks on Instagram if you end up recreating this. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I will see you soon. Bye.